Hi, and welcome to Xbox ANZ Rewind, the show about games for people who, at one point or another, loved games or maybe still do. Hosted by us, Galaxy
and Opti, your resident gamers at large. Our first guest is a bit of a celebrity in our brave new online world. With nearly 16 million followers on TikTok, he's known for his avant-garde dress-ups and spine-tingling horror stories.
And he loves games. Please welcome Caleb Finn.
Wow, thank you guys so much for having me. It's so cool to be here.
Yeah, it's truly a pleasure to have you here. I guess paint us a little bit of a picture of your Xbox origin story. How'd you get into Xbox gaming?
Sure. I grew up right from the start with Xbox. I remember playing all of the little demo machines in all the stores, like around Christmas, and see all the new demos come out. And then I ended up getting one, and I had heaps of games for it. I loved it. It was dark and creepy, and I remember the main menu had all the robotic sounds.
Yes. So we're talking about the OG Xbox, right?
Xbox.
The big chunky X
with the big chunky controller.
Yes.
Oh, good times.
I don't even know how we managed to get our hands around it. How old were you? Because for me, I couldn't hold the controllers.
I would have been 7, I think. 6 or 7. So I was prime age to have it be huge nostalgia points for the original Xbox.
Yeah.
So I guess what was your kind of first memory of your Xbox? What's that first thing that when you think of that original Xbox, what do you think of?
Yeah, I mean, when I think of original Xbox, I remember all the launch titles and stuff that I used to have. Halo being one of the biggest ones, doing co-op campaign in our bedroom. I had Midtown Madness, I think was the launch one.
Yeah.
Brute Force, Project Gotham Racing. I remember there was a demo disc that I had, and it had Fusion Frenzy on it. I don't know if you guys remember Fusion Frenzy.
Yes.
And what was the other one? Jet Set Radio Future. And I'd play those over and over every single day.
What was your setup like back then with your OG Xbox?
Yeah.
How did you play?
So originally it was in the living room. Because can't have too much TV time.
Classic mum.
It was in a big wooden cabinet in the living room, and I'd always want to try and get up really early to play it before we had to go to school. So I'd have to slowly try and open this really squeaky door on this wooden cabinet. And I'd get found out, but hey, I got a little time in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I was definitely the same. My Xbox was always in the entertainment unit, so I understand that feeling completely, having to sneak in some time early in the morning.
I had to travel. The first Xbox was at my cousin's house.
Yeah.
It was maybe a kilometer down the road, so I didn't get to play before school, but after school, it was on.
I remember,
Now, I guess for the biggest question of them all, if you could name one game that summarizes the Caleb Finn canon gaming event, what game is that one?
I think I'd have to go with BLiNX, the Time Sweeper. I don't know if you've played it. It's a cat with a vacuum, basically.
I haven't played it. Tell us.
It sounds silly, but that had such a huge impact on me as a kid. I thought it was the coolest thing ever because it knows that it's kind of a game, and it has you control the time and you can reverse it and everything. And that meta aspect of it, I thought was the coolest thing I've ever seen as a kid. It blew my mind.
Oh, it sounds so cool. What kind of drew you into the game in the first place?
It was weird. It was just straight up weird. You'd think it's a cat with a vacuum that controls time fighting pigs.
Pigs.
Yeah. And it's just the most craziest thing you could think of, but somehow it worked. For me, I guess it worked. I loved it. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Is that what kept you going back time and time
For
again?
sure. Yeah. It is so nostalgic for me.
Now, I do have to ask a question. Did you ever beat the game? Or was it one of those things when I was a kid, it was oh man, I loved this game. And it's I can't ever get past the first 2 levels or something like that.
I think the furthest I got into BLiNX was probably level 3 or something. I don't think I ever saw anywhere near the close to the end of the game. But the first level, amazing. I can tell you that.
But I mean, it's become such a core memory for you, clearly.
Yeah.
Do you think that's influenced what kind of games you're playing now?
100%. I always like to go for the, those games that take a risk and do something crazy and just something that, feels fresh and brand new. And it's I don't know, that drew me in, and it's I still play those kind of games today.
Yeah. So what kind of games are you playing today, much like BLiNX?
So I'm going through Alan Wake with my girlfriend at the moment. So much fun. But the main one that I come back to every single day for the last 4 years, is Overwatch 2.
All right.
100%. I am obsessed with Overwatch.
Who do you main?
I main Moira.
Yes.
Number 1.
Yep.
2 would probably be like Bastion or Reinhardt, and then 3rd is Symmetra.
Are you a DPS?
Absolutely.
DPS Moira?
Absolutely. They can complain, but I'm good at it.
Okay, see, I'm always the other support on the team with the DPS Moira. So clearly BLiNX was such a big thing for you, but gaming in general, do you think that's influenced like your work today with what you're doing with content creation, with writing?
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, you know, I look to a lot of different inspirations in my life, and gaming is a huge, like, you know, hobby of mine. So I always look to, you know, all my favorite games and stuff for influence on how I make my content. I use that for inspiration. I do a lot of, you know, horror content.
Yes.
I wrote a horror novel, which is pretty cool.
That's so cool.
And, you know, all these nostalgic games that I used to play, I draw on them a lot. You know, I inject a lot of my own experiences and memories, specifically with gaming, into this kind of, you know, story.
Yeah. So I guess with games like BLiNX and other ones that you've played, what kind of themes or influences did you take from those games that have influenced this kind of thing that you're doing today with all your work?
Yeah. For BLiNX specifically, the time kind of, you know, mechanics, the way that, you know, it's very meta and it's aware of what it is. I use that a lot in my content. I love being self-aware of, you know, I do a lot of horror stuff in TikToks where it's like, I'm aware that I'm in a TikTok, and it always throws people off. And it's like, I love doing stuff like that, keeping it fresh, doing something interesting.
Oh, that's so cool. It's so awesome to hear about the many different ways that gaming's influenced the way that, like, you've written books or you've made content even. It's so awesome to see how many aspects of your life gaming can touch. It's so cool to see.
Yeah.
Especially because you've been playing from such a young
Very
age as
young.
well, you know. So.
I think the first game I ever finished was Lion King, maybe.
I got to play those in like after school care.
Yeah.
I always
wow,
had to
yes.
wait for my mum to pick me up, and there'd be the Lion King.
You
on
just
the
unlocked the
music.
biggest memory for me just then. I remember being in daycare and they'd wheel out the Xbox and we got 20-minute turns playing Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh.
And I'd finish my turn, I'd get straight back into line again and just, oh my god, it threw me back.
Yeah.
I think we've all triggered some core memories that have just been re-unlocked again today. Well, I'm itching to get my hands on a controller. Would you be keen to take us on a trip down memory lane, Caleb?
Absolutely.
I think you mean Rewind though.
You're absolutely right.
Rewind time!
Right. So, Caleb, BLiNX, we have it here on Game Pass.
I get to play?
You get
Yes.
to play.
Oh, I'm excited. Let me introduce you to the world of BLiNX the Time Sweeper.
I'm
Since
excited.
you missed out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm actually super keen after our discussions earlier to hear all about this and see what it's all about.
I'm very curious. Oh, there's game demos. But we're gonna do a game. I'll show you around. Oh. Now, I'm very curious to see if this is as good as I remember it.
It does have that very classic early 2000s look to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wildly 2000s. But I love it. It's part of its charm now.
Yeah.
It's-
I think it makes you appreciate it a lot more.
All
Time
right.
sweep begins.
Time sweep.
So defeat all the time monsters. Oh my god, the controls are backwards, of course.
Oh.
What?
Oh no, I think that's just how they used to be back then.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so time crystals, you have to get 3 in a row of the same color.
Right.
So
Yeah.
3 moons equals a pause, and then everything pauses, but you.
Oh, okay.
Hold
Okay.
down B. Okay, let's see if I remember.
Oh, and you can only like pause it for like a set
Yeah.
amount of time.
right.
You found some trash. And then you have a little vacuum, and you can suck it all up.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
okay. So time sweeper is it because he's not only controlling time, but he's
also a
sweeping
sweeper.
the street?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
He's
I was-
doing
I was wondering what the connection was.
he's doing his bit for the community. Once
Does
I get through
collecting
here.
any of the trash mean anything, or
So you'll see in a second. So this little guy, this happy little cherub, dies.
Oh,
Bang!
oh that's kind of sad. I was kind of liking him.
And he's just gone now. I think 90% of what I remember from this game is the
is the
tutorial.
tutorial? I was the same with Banjo-Kazooie. Like, it's right up there as a core memory of
Yeah.
a favorite game of mine, and like collectathons and things like that. But looking back at it, I wasn't the one who finished the game. Like
Yep.
my stepbrother was.
New stage. Who wants to go next?
Go,
I'll do it.
go
Let's
for it.
go.
I'll go for it. Why not? All right. am I doing? Stage 2? All right.
Sure.
First
What
got it.
world 1?
Is that a secret?
That looks like a secret,
Yeah, it
but
definitely
it's
is.
sparred off. Oh no! And you weren't kidding about the inverted controls,
Yeah.
were you? What's the button for the sweeper thing?
Oh, right. I didn't tell you.
Yeah, nice.
I'm so sorry.
Told you I was daunted by this one, didn't
Wait.
I?
Okay, so you press X and
X,
it will
okay.
shoot trash, but only if you have trash sucked up.
Oh, I
you
don't have trash
don't.
sucked up.
So hold right trigger. and
Right
it'll-
trigger,
It'll
okay.
suck something up for you.
Oh. Ah!
Oh no.
I think
Running
you
away.
can collect that bench down there.
Yep. If I can turn
Oh,
it
you can
around, but the
pick up a
controls are inverted.
Yeah, get him. Poor BLiNX. You're killing him.
You get hit once and that's it. It's not even like a health bar.
You get
Ouch.
three hits and you're done.
Oh, can you use the pause function to actually kill them?
And then if I...
Yeah. So it's like you hit them and then they'll be like,
Oh,
And just
no,
stop.
I'm failing that again.
oh, there you go.
Oh, you got him.
great.
Congratulations.
Pass one.
You've got 5 more to go.
It's
5 more.
Oh my god,
Oh,
and they're
no.
different.
Okay, I got one.
Run. Again.
Professional gamer at heart here. Professional gamer. I think it's time for you to have a turn.
Me? Oh
Yeah,
no,
I think
I
you
bet
can
you I'm
start.
gonna do worse. So inverted controls. That means
So
if
the-
I want to.
It's left and right on your camera. So you'll
oh,
see.
the
Yeah.
camera's
Yeah.
inverted.
I don't know if
Oh.
it's going to let you change it in the options. You might be able to have a look, but no.
It doesn't work.
Your option's too bad.
I feel like something that has stuck with me since games as a kid is always go backwards from where
Always
you
look
start.
behind you.
Yeah.
See, I always try and do that, but I always forget to do it. I always forget. I just go. Try and
And
complete the mission objective.
Eh.
Oh.
Good to know.
So when it was doing that
Yeah.
thing, no.
Oh no.
Oh. Get him,
Camera,
get him.
camera.
Oh, I don't think you got him.
Ah,
You cannot tell me that there is another game out there that does stuff like this.
No, that's
No.
actually
It's
really.
so
Wait, did it
cool.
not die?
oh, now you've got like barrels to
So
dodge as well.
this is what your pause would probably be great for. You've got no health, by the way.
Maybe
time control.
time control can fix this. Well, I don't
Yeah.
have any.
You don't have any time
Oh
control.
my
no!
Okay. Can I?
So there
I can't
might be
pick
a
it up.
rewind floating around.
I'm not even the one playing, and that made my heart sing, seeing that thing fall on you almost.
I don't know what they are.
I did it! I did it!
Oh.
Oh!
Oh.
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh! Oh!
There is portal. See you later.
Bye.
Oh man, what a cheater!
So was BLiNX a game for you that you'd put, every afternoon after school into?
Yes, until I die. I don't remember, I genuinely have no memories of this past the first world.
Right.
So I guess this would have been too much for my little kid brain back in the day. But you know what? I probably should go through this game as an
Oh,
adult
there's the door.
and actually just finish it this time.
It's on Game Pass now. So
Yes.
It is on Game Pass now. Look at this little gentleman. Kill him.
no, he's invisible.
Kill him!
No!
Oh,
Oh.
I don't know how you. Oh! Run! Oh! Get him!
Go, go, go!
You are
Oh my-
pushing it.
Ah.
I can see why you
So
never got
far.
past
Yeah.
the third level.
Yeah. Now imagine a 6-year-old trying to beat this.
Well, this was a lot of fun. This is definitely something that I'm going to have to go home and put a lot more time into to definitely try and beat this level. You've shown me how much of a pro you are at this.
I love it. This is so nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
I'm actually genuinely having so much fun playing this again.
Uh,
I mean, you can tell that this was a favorite as a kid
Oh my
because,
God.
Opti and I were not able to get,
I'm just
very
flying
well.
through this level.
You are. Would you let Finley play this? as he grows up?
100%.
oh,
My plan for Finley is I'm going to, he's going to start at the start and then go through all the classics and then maybe he can play some modern stuff later.
nice.
So this will be one of the first. Definitely.
Sweet. Love
It's got a
that.
very cute vibe. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we've been to the fourth dimension and back. Thank you so much, Caleb, for being such an incredible first guest here on Xbox ANZ Rewind. Make sure you're following Caleb Finn on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thank you so much for having me, both of you. It was so much fun just playing BLiNX for an afternoon.
I feel like we can see why it was your favorite. It was a good time.
It's been a pleasure getting to chat with you and learn all about BLiNX from the BLiNX Pro himself.
Of course.
Be sure to follow Xbox ANZ on all social channels, and until next time,
Later, gamers.